Welcome back to the channel. This is No Luck Trucking. I'm Matt. This is the first video in a little while. We're sitting at the Greensboro FedEx facility right by the airport, waiting on our load to get loaded, pretty much. We got here last night at like 8 p.m. It's currently a little bit before noon. We don't pick up until like, I think our paperwork said 6. They said it was going to be ready earlier. I don't exactly know how long it's going to be. Somewhere around, I guess 6 p.m. we'll be leaving out. And it is a team run, so we're running over to Houston. So it's going to be a pretty much pick it up and run it through type deal. Not going to have a whole lot of extra time. But driving over here was so weird. After driving the truck for almost 2 months with the high-speed fan on, it was just eerily quiet. Everything worked like it was supposed to. It was wild. Fan's still doing what it's supposed to. It's oddly peaceful driving it over here. I don't know. You forget how much you put up with when you just want to make money instead of having the truck down. And we waited until we were on home time for that very reason, because it took them about a week and a half, I guess, to fix the truck. And I didn't want to do that while we were out on the road trying to actually make some money. But we got the truck all loaded up with stuff while we were on vacation. We smoked a beef brisket, pork shoulder, chuck roast, tons of wings, some prime rib. That was really good. So we have an entire freezer full of stuff to eat. We have 5 weeks out on the road. Liz found some of the drinks that we drink at a store for about half price. So we have the entire truck filled with supplies, just ready to make it through these 5 weeks, man. It was a blast getting to drive the GTO again, and it ran really well. We drove it a ton. We probably put 300 miles on it in the week that we were driving it. Needed to really test it out before we take it on a long drive to Virginia Beach. So that's going to be in July, basically when we come off the road. And as long as the truck does what it's supposed to, we don't have to really put that down. We'll do some minor maintenance things here and there, but we don't need to take it to the shop and have it sit for 10 days, whatever. I don't remember exactly how long it took, but long enough. But I'm glad that stuff's fixed. Turned out to be just that little wiring harness, I guess, the jumper harness, but I'm just glad that that's over with. And they replaced the bracket that they broke. That thing was $470, and they covered it under warranty, so good on them. Didn't even have to argue, because if it came down to it, I don't know, I don't think I would have paid $500 just for a little metal bracket. Zip ties held it pretty well, but they wanted it on there since they ran the wiring, just so nothing gets rubbed. And I guess the saving grace on that is there's 2 tabs that connect the metal bracket, and it was sheared off of there, so it did break at some point, whether it was them when they worked on it the first time or if it just broke in general. But they deemed it warranty and replaced it, so right on. The guy that was such a jerk to deal with, he wasn't, I don't know if he's still manager there or not, but the other guy was super nice. The ladies at the front desk were super nice. Everything went well with that, other than, it wasn't really their fault that it took so long. It was more just, they were busy. Took them a few days to get the truck in. They did all the tests, and then they had to order the parts and wait for those to come in. So it took a bit, but it's done. It's working. It's nice. I like it. Now we can film some driving videos, or like while we're rolling around a parking lot, now that everyone's not going to feel the need to tell us that the high-speed fan's on. Yeah. So we will be picking this load up, and like I said, it's going to be a straight through shot, and then we have another load booked out of Dallas, but there's a little bit of a layover, and then we've booked the following 1 or 2 loads, I can't remember. We have already started booking out, but we've talked about that before. Like in this kind of market, you really have to be booked out as far as you know where you're going to be. You need to be booked out pretty much. And we tried to book this same run, but I guess it's somebody that does it regularly. Oh yeah, also speaking of that, 2 trucks down is a truck. When we dropped off the load 2 weeks ago, the last load, that guy was there and next to us. That guy talked to us. They're both Landstar drivers. I guess they do this pretty regularly. They book them as soon as they show up on the board. They book them out for months and months. So, I mean, that's really the way to survive in this kind of market, is just being booked out because the good freight doesn't last long. So, if you're anywhere close to the day of, you don't even see the $3.50, $4 a mile loads. All that's left is like sub 2, $2.25 or whatever a mile, and then it's a ton of people fighting for that, just scraps. So we've gotten some really good rates. I think one of the FedEx runs that we're doing is like $3.80 a mile, something like that, with a decent amount of miles. And then I believe it's in 2 loads. They were able to get more. Yeah, that's the Home Depot one. They were able to get more money on the load, so that bumped the rate up from like $3 up to like $3.50, something like that. So we'll take it where we can get it. So we're just kind of getting back into the groove. The hard part about this is I have to sleep some more so that I can pretty much run from 6 p.m. until, I guess my shift would probably be done somewhere around like 4 or 5 in the morning. And Liz needs to sleep while I'm driving so that she can run the second half. It's about 1,100 miles, so there's a little bit of extra time, but not a whole lot. And then we need to figure out what we're going to do after Houston, since we have a day layover before Dallas. So we need to find a place to park and just exist. So we'll be doing that. Just kind of wanted to give an update. We are back on the road trying to make some money, and we'll be on the road for the next 5 weeks pretty much. So gonna get this one edited up, and we'll start an actual episode for this load that we're picking up, and that'll be out in probably like 2 days, I guess, something like that. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Still trying to get back in the swing of things. 2 weeks off is long enough to make you like reconsider if you know how to drive a truck or not, if that makes sense. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.